It looks like Kirby Smart has made Georgia football history last year, and we just didn't even notice it. And it was the fact that, you got to think about Mark Richt was at Georgia for 15 years. And then you got Vince Dooley, of course, legend. But during the 2000, this last year, Georgia secured a regular season of 11-1. Okay, and they they won their 12th game against Alabama during the SEC championship game in 2025. Uh, this gave Kirby Smart 10 or more wins for the fifth consecutive season. And you got to figure it would be 6 years in a row, but the COVID season kind of shut that down in 2020, where they finished 8-2 because of the COVID year. This year, I believe Georgia's going to win 10 or more games this year. And that's going to be 6 consecutive years. And I don't see it stopping. I mean, I know all these people, oh, Georgia's recruiting is not that good this year. They're 13th, blah, blah. Listen, it's a new age. I understand that recruiting 3 or 4 years ago was the cream of the crop. If you were number 1, number 2, or number 3 in recruiting, oh man, you're going to have these athletes. But with this transfer portal that we have and this NIL stuff that we have, recruiting just ain't quite as important as it used to be. Because let me tell you why. Look at Trinidad Chandler, for example. Did they recruit him? No. He went to a small school before, and then they transferred to LSU. This is a different age. Of course, you want to go out and get the best kids you can get out of high school, but with you can transfer anytime you want to. How many of those players will you really keep? So it's becoming more okay, you get the best players you can get out of high school, but get the transfers that can help you now. That's what college football has become. I'm afraid at some point it's probably going to get to the point where most high caliber players are not going to want to go and sit the bench. So they're going to go wherever they can, even if it's at a small school, and transfer where they want to in a year into playing, or a year or two into playing. They're going, that's how the things are going. So recruiting is not the same as it used to be. But this is a big accomplishment considering Vince Dooley didn't do this. And with all of the years of Mark Richt, he didn't do consecutive years like this. I don't see any reason why Kirby Smart can't just extend this historical run that he has with Georgia. Georgia is one of they win, consistent games. I know that they faltered in the last 2 years in the playoffs, but they're getting the 10 wins. They're getting to the SEC championship. You got to win your conference first, right? That's what Georgia does. They get to the championship game at least. They play to win the championship game. And this is a big accomplishment. It's good to see Kirby Smart. He's already a legend. They might as well go ahead and put a statue outside of the stadium for him, because I don't see him leaving. I know every year, everybody's like, will he go to the pros? No. I think Kirby Smart's happy where he's at. And I don't really care what happens with Kirby Smart. To me, will forever have a coaching position, head coaching position at Georgia as long as he wants to be there. He's brought things to Georgia that Georgia has never seen, back-to-back championships, and you know, like this winning streak of 10 wins or more 5 years in a row. Now we're fixing to go for 6, and I mean, I don't see it stopping anytime soon. So anyway, this is a big accomplishment, man. If you're a Georgia fan, you should be excited about this. It's just another thing, shows that Georgia wins with Kirby Smart. And you know, all the naysayers will say, "Oh, Georgia this." No, this is proof that Georgia wins on a consistent basis. So anyway, Kirby Smart making history. Till next time, see ya.